What is up, YouTube? It's your boy The Walk 71 PlayStation with a 4, and I'm here with my NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4 review for you guys. And this show was really good, but that seems to be the running, I guess the running gag with NXT is that the NXT show is always good, and then the main roster show the next night isn't good. Except for maybe Survivor Series, because Survivor Series is probably the better show out of all these big four pay-per-views that, in my opinion, that isn't too bad, I guess, out of all of them. I never hear a lot of people complain about Survivor Series, like WrestleMania and SummerSlam. And also, Royal Rumble doesn't do too bad either, but that's besides the point. So we open up the show with an amazing NXT Tag Team Championship match as we had Undisputed Era versus Mustache Mountain for the NXT Tag Team Championship. And don't mind the background noise, as I'm recording this in a college dorm. Anyways, it was a great match. It started off with Undisputed Era and Mustache Mountain trading shots and the back and forth type of stuff. Then we ended up getting Mustache Mountain getting offense in. Undisputed Era got offense in, and Roderick Strong was doing a lot of stuff. He was working on Tyler Bates' back. He was doing like a gory submission. That was like really cool. I actually kind of messed with it. It was really cool. A lot of big spots. Tyler Bate needs to be NXT something. He needs to be an NXT UK champion or something, bro. Like he needs that title back, because this Tyler Bate that we got now is 20 times better than the Tyler Bate that won the title years ago, like last year. He was really good. He showed out in this match. It was one point towards the I guess you could say the later half of the match, he actually went for a top rope plancha, hit that clothesline he does where he throws his body into the ropes and then clothesline Roderick Strong, put Roderick Strong back into the ring. He ended up hitting the Tyler Driver 97 for a near fall. One part I really loved about this match, and it was able to tell the story from the previous match they had, where the whole throw in the towel situation, because Tyler Bate, they start working on Tyler Bates' leg, Kyle O'Reilly. So then eventually they put Kyle O'Reilly in that leg lock, and Trent Seven grabbed the towel and he was about to throw it, and he said no. He threw it back into the crowd, and Tyler Bate was actually able to tag Trent Seven in, and Trent Seven ended up getting offense in, and eventually they hit their finisher. But as soon as they hit their finisher, Kyle O'Reilly kicked out for a near fall, and I lost my mind. Then after that, we get to the end of the match where basically Mustache Mountain was about to get the offense in. It looked like they were about to set something up. And then Roderick Strong came in out of nowhere with the jumping knee, the pull-up king himself. Roderick Strong pulled up, hit Tyler Bate with the knee. Then they hit their total elimination on Trent Seven for the victory. Undisputed Era retained it in a really good match. I'm telling you, man, the tag team division is on fire right now. I'm telling you. And then after that, we had the War Raiders attack Undisputed Era right after that. Nice attack. We had suicide dive from Hanson. We had that toss-up body slam from, I believe it was Hanson again. Then they hit their finisher on Kyle O'Reilly. And that was, setting up that they're going for the titles, because on NXT TV, I believe they pulled up on Mustache Mountain and said whoever wins, we're going after. So now we know who Undisputed Era is facing. I'm pretty sure they're going to drop the titles to War Raiders or War Machine. So the next match we got was EC3 versus Velveteen Dream in a pretty good match. Velveteen Dream had a really cool entrance. He was walking out of the stage, it was like a hole in the stage, and he was able to walk out of it. It was pretty tight. His ring gear was airbrushed, and it was actually pretty funny. It said Vince Call Me Up, Notorious DREAM, a tribute to Notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls, because they're in Brooklyn. He had the Coogee vest on, all kind of red headband. It was cool. EC3 had his regular entrance, and my fault. EC3 had his regular little entrance. I think had more of a lighter color gear, and this match was really cool. Velveteen Dream did his stuff that's usually good, but here's my only problem with it, I guess. EC3, people talk about his character a lot, but he's a pretty okay wrestler in the ring. I'm just starting to notice that now, because he was doing a lot of regular stuff, but it wasn't wowing me, I guess. He was doing a lot of power stuff at the beginning, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then when Velveteen Dream actually started doing stuff, then I got more invested into it, and so did the crowd. Dream is over right now, so anything he did was over. But EC3 was doing stuff. He powerbombed Dream. He was able to toss Dream a few times. He had his old finisher for a near count. Velveteen Dream did a lot though. He had his that weird DDT he does. You know what I'm talking. I can't explain it, but you know what I'm talking about. Onto the stays, that was really tight actually. Then after that, let's see what else. Was there anything else that happened? Because I don't remember all of it, the match, but for the most part it was like 50-50 for a minute. But let's get to the ending of the match. You know, EC3 got busted open previously in the match from something. I don't remember what it was, but he got busted open. So then Velveteen Dream hit the Dream Valley driver onto the ring apron, and then he hit the Purple Rainmaker onto the apron for the victory. And Velveteen Dream needed this victory more than EC3 did, and I think NXT is starting to realize that Dream needs these big victories onto his like category, because they don't want what happened to Tyler Breeze happen to Dream. And you know what happened with Tyler Breeze is he was popular, everybody loved Tyler Breeze and all this kind of stuff, but he had no big wins over him. His biggest win was probably against Sami Zayn, and then he ended up reversing that win when he lost to Adrian Neville for the NXT Championship. And then he just kept losing to all the other stars they were trying to put over, like Hideo Itami and Finn Balor and other people like that. So I'm glad to see they're actually trying to do something with Velveteen Dream. Maybe his next part of the next phase of his character, I guess, is where he's going to try to act like he's ready for the main roster, because his trunk said Vince called me up, and it seems like he's ready to be called up. Maybe that's the next part where he's trying to say he's above NXT and all this kind of stuff, and now he wants to be on the main roster. That'd be pretty tight to see what happens with that. But yeah, EC3 was cool. You know, he's perfect for the main roster, honestly, because you know, main roster WWE is very character driven, less wrestling, more character, and EC3 is perfect for it. He's not a bad in-ring wrestler, but his character is really, really good to where you can kind of excuse it. It's kind of like The Miz, sometimes The Rock. It's kind of like The Miz and sometimes The Rock, where they do stuff in the ring, but it doesn't captivate you, but their characters and their promos will, and that's what EC3 is. So it was a W for Velveteen Dream, which he really needed, and that was good. So the next match we got after that. Oh wait, before this match, I believe we got a Matt Riddle gimmick on the screen. My man was wearing a hat with the suit with flip flops on. I saw the flip flops after my friend Zach sent me a picture of it. It was hilarious because like, this man doesn't care, and I love it that he doesn't care. Hopefully they let him not wear shoes when he wrestles. It'll be amazing. Anyways, we got the NXT North American Championship matches. We had Ricochet take on the champion Adam Cole, baby. Anyways, this match was really good. This is like a really good match. The build up for it was very short, but the video package kind of set things out where both men are kind of rising, and it's basically, you know, who's better. And this match was really good. I like Adam Cole's reverse to a lot of Ricochet's high flying stuff. Ricochet tried to go for some kind of handstand thing, and Adam Cole reversed into a backbreaker. Or Ricochet tried to go for a springboard moonsault, got caught with a super kick. That was really tight. But Ricochet also did some stuff. You know, he did a 619. He did a Hurricanrana where he jumped over the rope and Hurricanrana Adam Cole to the outside. That was really dope. There was a spot, it was like a PWG spot where they just start throwing hard shots at each other till both of them pass out. That was really cool. The ending of this match had Ricochet go for the 630 and connected with it on Adam Cole, and he won. So technical difficulties, but we're back in it. So Adam Cole took the L, you know, to the 630, and we have a new NXT North American champion in Ricochet. He is the brand new NXT North American champion. Now, what I think they should do with Ricochet is they should make him kind of like the Seth Rollins of NXT, where he has open challenges with the NXT North American Championship. You know, have him kind of be what Seth Rollins was for the past couple of months. He's elevating people, having good matches, because that kind of fits his character in a way, because, you know, it just fits the character they're going with him in NXT right now. So we have a new NXT North American champion, and we have another new champion. In the next matches, we had Carlee Singh versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. Another good match. Listen, I'm one of the people that actually likes Shayna Baszler. She's actually good at wrestling. Her character fits her. She can wrestle. Her character, you know, everything with her is good. She gets it out of anybody because she knows how to have a character. She's a bully, and she has MMA experience, and they make that known that she has MMA experience. And you know, she can actually square with you. She'll catch wrestle you. She'll bully you around the ring, and that's basically what her gimmick is. And the whole story behind this match is that Carlee Singh beat her at the Mae Young Classic Finals, and then since then Shayna Baszler has beaten her And basically, this whole thing is her trying to chase the NXT Women's Championship, and it's all supposed to, collide at this show. This match was actually good. Shayna Baszler was going after Carlee Singh's leg, doing a lot of holds, and she did the little stomp thing where she moves, the leg out of place or whatever. That was pretty tight. There was Carlee Singh going for stuff. She went for a crossbody to the outside. She went for a elbow drop onto Shayna Baszler's back, and then she went for another one. She went for another one, but Shayna Baszler kicked her arm while she was in midair, so that was pretty. That was clean. Shayna Baszler went for a weird naked choke, but Carlee Singh got out of it. Just different stuff type like this. Basically Shayna Baszler's trying to stop Carlee Singh with her catch wrestling, but Carlee Singh has her fast, pace. And then eventually she got back onto the top rope and she hit the insane elbow for a pinfall, and we have a new NXT Women's Champion. Now, I'm not mad that Carlee Singh won. I'm happy for her and all that good stuff, but I feel like Shayna Baszler should have been champion for a minute now, because now that you have Carlee Singh as champion, I'm pretty sure she and Baszler are probably going to have another match at the WWE Evolution pay-per-view, the all-women's pay-per-view or whatever. But for right now, who is there to be a challenger? Because there's nobody really in the women's division except for Candice LeRae, Carlee, and Shayna Baszler that's really established, or in Bianca Belair, but I don't know about that. Maybe those four women are kind of the only ones kind of established, if that makes any sense. Who else? It was Candice LeRae, it was her, and Nikki Cross, but Nikki Cross is pretty much, I don't know, I'm pretty sure they're gonna put her on the main roster soon. But anyways, I don't understand Kyrie winning. It's whatever. I feel like Shayna Baszler should have won, because Shayna Baszler would still be able to bully around the other people and would still, keep a hold on the championship. It would have made more sense. But if they want to go with this, that's whatever. So the main event, we got Champa versus Gargano 3 for the NXT Championship match, last man standing match. This was not supposed to be the match. It was actually supposed to be a triple threat match between Gargano, Champa, and Aleister Black, who lost the title to Champa because of Gargano on a previous episode of NXT. So basically, Aleister Black got hurt a few weeks before the show, and a way to write him off is that NXT is doing a whole angle where Aleister Black is found unconscious, and now they're trying to figure out who did it so they can reprimand him and all that kind of stuff. And now Aleister Black is trying to find who it is so he can punish them or whatever. So basically, it turned into a one-on-one match between Ciampa and Gargano. I see what NXT was trying to do was put Aleister Black, factor him into there so that we can kind of, not have Ciampa and Gargano main event a takeover for the third time in a row, but it just happened to happen, I guess. So, yeah. So this is the last man standing match. This has to be the last match between them. But this was actually a good match, very brutal between these two. Ciampa hitting knees in the face, Gargano hitting super kicks. There was a chair spot where Ciampa was about to throw his knee into Gargano's face, but the chair in front of him, Gargano moved out the way. He ended up going for that torpedo throw he does to Ciampa into the corner, into the chair, and that was for a near count. There was a spot where Ciampa hit a air raid siren, whatever the fuck you call it, off of the announce table through the other announce table for a near count. Gargano hit a DDT on the wood, showing a little callback to their match at TakeOver Chicago. That was pretty nice. So the ending of this match, after that happened, there was another cool spot where Ciampa hit a Project Ciampa on the stairs for a near count. So there was another cool spot where Ciampa actually did the thing where he put the chair on his knee and rammed his knee into Gargano's face through the barricade. And I was like, oh shit, that was nice. So then after that, Gargano had previously super kicked one of the ring area people, whatever, super kicked him. So what Ciampa decided to do is throw everything on top of him. He literally threw the guy on top of him, a piece of the barricade, I think one of the announce table chairs, something else. He stacked a bunch of stuff on top of him, and Johnny Gargano was able to escape right at the count of 9, almost at 10. So after that, they got to a point where they got up the ramp. There was handcuffs involved. Johnny Gargano had put Ciampa in the Gargano escape, then handcuffed him to the stage, was able to just start wailing on Champa, then eventually hit the knee strike on Champa, and he hit Champa so hard with the knee strike that he hit Champa and flew across into like this other area on the side of the stage, and both men were down, referee's counting, and the referee gets to about 9. And then they're both down. They're both dead, right? And Gargano can't get up because apparently he messed his knee up. That's the whole point why he couldn't get up. And what Champa did was he literally just got up right at like 10 or 9 or 10 or whatever. Referee counted to 10. Champa was somehow up with his hand still handcuffed to the stage lighting or whatever, and Gargano can't get up simply because he messed his knee up trying to be all savage, which is perfect ending. This is the perfect ending, bro. I'm telling you, that was a very good ending to this match where Johnny Gargano screws himself up trying to be something he's not. The whole purpose is that he's kind of going dark. He had on the Venom attire, sort of. He had like where he changed his logo to a kind of like Venom or whatever, which is pretty cool. And he's basically trying to be dark, and he's trying to do all this crazy stuff. He's trying to kill Champa, but every time he does it, the only person he's hurting is himself. At TakeOver Chicago too, he was trying to go after Champa. He exposed the ring post. He ended up getting DDT'd onto the ring post that he exposed. He lost the match. This time, he tried to knee Champa. He hit him, but he also messed himself up, and he couldn't even get up to beat the 10 count. And boom, Champa escapes with the title, and Gargano is sitting there lost because he doesn't know what he decides to do something that he doesn't do, and it costs him. So that's good. It helps Johnny Gargano's, sorrow character, and it makes Ciampa look like a dick, which is perfect for Ciampa because that's what his character is. A perfect ending to a good NXT TakeOver. Really good. I suggest you watch it because, tomorrow we about to get some old bullshit with SummerSlam. But anyways, yeah, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. We might be actually potentially getting the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 5 at Barclays Center because, WrestleMania is going to be in that New York, New Jersey area. And Barclays Center seems to be NXT's newest new MSG because WWE has abandoned MSG and now Ring of Honor is taking over anyway. Ring of Honor taking over. They sold out MSG. WWE hasn't sold out MSG in years. But yeah, so we might have a Brooklyn 5, which is interesting, I guess, because there's no way you can deny it. It's at the Barclays Center. It's going to be at the Barclays Center. If it's not the Barclays Center, then I expect them to do it at the Nassau Coliseum or something like that. I don't know. But, yeah, it was a really good TakeOver, as TakeOvers always is, Good ending to that main event match. It was really good. I highly suggest you watch every single match because it was a really good show. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Do what you do to support me. Follow me on all of my social media links down in the description below. I don't know when this video is coming out because, college is crazy. And I haven't even started classes yet. So, it's whatever. But anyway, guys, I'm out. Peace.